welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bree, for those of you who do not know me, and for those of you who do, hi babies, welcome back. In today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm going to give you guys a little mini list of the things that I am bringing with me into 2023 to help me have a stronger, better year this year. Now, first things first, it's only a couple of things that I'm going to be mentioning, but the first thing is making a vision board. Now, physically I did not make me a vision board, but virtually I made me a vision board. Now I'm going to post it on the screen somewhere. I don't know what side, but I made me a virtual vision board, and honestly it's pretty much easy. If you go on TikTok and you search up a virtual vision board, basically it's going to show you a bunch of TikToks that's going to help you be able to make a virtual vision board. So you just download Pinterest, you get your inspiration, black girl aesthetics, that's what I was using, you know, signing leases, your dream car, everything that you really want to achieve in 2023. I searched it up on Pinterest, and then I basically downloaded all the videos. I downloaded all the pictures onto my phone, and from there I downloaded an app called Canva, and on that app you basically make a portrait, and the portrait is going to give you the access to add all your pictures. Then you get to, you know, finagle it, place your pictures how you want it, edit it how you want it, and make your 2023 virtual vision board. Now, I think this is very much a good step when it comes to the new year, because my vision board is literally my screensaver, and every day I wake up, I do be on my phone 98% of the day. So since I be on my phone most of the time, my screensaver is literally a reminder of the things that I need to be doing for the new year. So I know what I want, but I also know I need to put in the work to get to where I want. So having a virtual vision board is very important for me, and I also feel like having a also having a physical vision board will also be something that I personally feel like is very much needed for a successful year, just so you know exactly what your end goal is for the new year. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a vision board for a couple of years, so this is my first time actually having a vision board in a while, but I already know my dreams and aspirations and where I'm going to and what my main focus is. So the vision board just reminds me every day what's the goal, because I have so many goals that my head be everywhere and I can't really like put everything in just one thing. So having a vision board, I feel like, is definitely top tier, and that's how I wanted to start off my new year. So I made a virtual one, and I love it. It's so cute. It gives me all the aspiration I need. Well, aspirations. It gives me all of the inspiration that I need, and it reminds me day to day what I'm fighting for. So that's number one. I'm nervous, and I don't know why I'm nervous, but for number two, I feel like it's very important for me to be able to be on track of my progress, my reminders, my to-dos, everything that I need to implement, everything that I want off of my vision board has to be documented in some way, some shape, some form. So I feel like in the new year, I am going to be making sure that I write down pretty much every single thing that I need to be on top of. So that goes from making a weekly to-do list to a daily to-do list to reminders of my bills, reminders of things that I want to achieve on certain days, you know, like just making sure that my mind, instead of me thinking about it day in and day out, I'm going to be writing it down so that when the thought leaves my head and I apply it to paper, it becomes more of a responsibility for me versus it just being a thought in my head. And I feel like that's key to my success, which is basically writing everything down. I am very much a writer at heart, so I feel like that is literally something that's going to keep me on task. So with that being said, I have two suggestions for planners that I think is pretty much really cheap, affordable, and I feel like they get the job done. So my first one is a 12-month planner that I bought at Marshall's. It is only $9.99, and I love the pink. I don't know what it is, but I love the pink. And it says happiness is checking things off. I love the inspiration on the front too. Like, it just reminds me that my happiness is once I start, well, happiness is a day-to-day thing. You strive to be happy regardless, but my happiness is when I slowly but surely achieve the things that I always wanted to achieve but couldn't achieve because I never put my best foot forward. So I picked up this planner, right? And in the planner, basically it just gives you like a whole inspirational text. For this one, I'll just read it out for you. But this one says, I look forward to holding your big plans, important dates, and me time. This is totally your year and your agenda is ready to cheer you on. Show this year who's boss. And I feel like I need that every time the month begins. For every month, every month has like a new quote, a new saying, and they're all from like, you know, inspirational speakers or motivational speakers. All of the quotes come from somewhere, you know, somewhere important, random people, who knows. But just that, the fact that it has a quote on every single month, motivation for me, period. So in this planner, necessarily, so for January, it's in a world full of trends, I want to remain a classic. That's a fact. That is a fact. Always remain original to yourself, because that's the only way you'll go viral, being yourself, period. So it just gives you your goals on the top, your to-do lists, any birthdays of the month, your January reminders or any month reminders, and other important dates. And then it goes into your actual month, which as you can see I have not filled out, but goes into your month. And then as the days go on, it'll give you, you know, space to do your to-do list. Now, as you can see, I've been working on my to-do list for a day-to-day, but that's pretty much for my day-to-day to-do list and my week. So my day-to-day and my week to-do list, I have a planner for that. So I feel like that's very necessary and very easy to keep track of what you're accomplishing, what you have to work on. Everything is documented so you know to hold yourself accountable, because it's all about accountability in 2023, period. So my second book, now this one is definitely an inspiration if you have problems with budgeting personally. Now there's two things that I do for budgeting. Hold on. One, I bought this planner. Now this planner, I can't tell you how much it is. I honestly don't remember, but I'm gonna guess it was like $13.99. And I also got this from Marshall's. I feel like Marshall's is a good place to get good planners, journals, or anything that you want to really just start off the new year with. Marshall's is a great place for that. This one is a little bit more of my cup of tea when it comes to really big goals. So that's why I have two. So it basically gives you the dream aspect, where you do a quick brainstorm of everything that you want to achieve, everything you need to, you know, learn about yourself, whatever your big ideas is. You brainstorm it first, then you actually write them down. Your minor details, everything that you want, it has a section for that, which I feel like is just amazing. It has multiple pages so you can always update them constantly. And I feel like they have a page for every month. But yeah, that's a good section. And then all my dreams for what's coming up. As for right now, I only have 2 dreams. We're not going to get into that, but I have 2 dreams as of right now. I also have more dreams, but those are my 2 main things of 2023, right? Next place is less plan. So you put your top 5 goals, and from there, you know exactly what you have to take into accountability for your planning. Next one, you do your monthly goals, plan of actions, when it's due by, your big ideas, minor details. So basically, what you did in the beginning is literally what you're going to be doing here, but specifically for January. And they also have quotes on each page. I love me a quote. Always love me a quote. But this quote is, to be truly great, one has to stand with people, not above them. Period. So I love me an inspirational book. I'll tell you that much. This, you do your monthly budget. Now, we're not going to get into details because y'all looking too hard. Okay? But basically on this page of your month, it gives you your monthly budget. It gives you your monthly budget on one side, and the other side is your money tree. So you break down what you currently have, what you're gonna have, your income, what your goal is, what is the price of your goals, when is it due by, and on this side you just put your monthly budget, as in your bills, everything that's coming up. And I feel like that is such a great thing to help me with my budget. And then it goes into the month, which obviously still is blank for me, but yeah, get the gist. So I feel like this book was very much helpful for me when it comes to budgeting, because at least I get to write down all my bills, have it on me on a daily, and also know like to check it off as we go, and also monitor where my money is going if I start feeling like there's money missing. You know what I'm saying? So definitely pick this up. The other thing that I use to help me with saving is a little savings book. Now you can get this off of Amazon. It's literally just a book that you can save cash. Now if you're not a cash person, I feel like this is the best way for you to save. Honestly, I am a card person. I do Apple Pay double tap for everything that I purchase. If I have money on my card, best believe I'm probably gonna use it. I'm not really good with that one. But when it comes to cash, because I don't really spend cash like that, I put my cash in here and basically save from there. But it's literally just a savings binder where you could where I have my little budget sheets of when I start to pay my bills. I have very much specific folders for everything that I'm going to be saving. As you can see, my savings folder is getting up there. But I also have my YouTube, personal, Christmas, budget, gifts, birthdays, vacation, miscellaneous, dining out, because you know me, I'm a food girl. And pretty much that is literally how I am planning to start my actual savings for this year. Like, I feel like this is really going to help me out. And I feel like if you're really a card person, you always double tapping for something, I feel like it's so much easier for you to save money, because once you see it adding up, it's going to be a different story. So there's that. I feel like I'm talking so much, guys. We talked about vision boards, saving, budgeting, and all that good stuff. Next thing I am implementing is always having a book to read for self-development. Also a book for leisure, because I like reading. So I always have a book for leisure, aka homework. So implementing a book that's going to help you with self-development, just self-love, helping you build character personally. So for me, that's going to be The Mountain Is You as of right now, and it's by Bryanna West, and I haven't gotten through it completely yet. I am on page 45, and I'm not gonna lie, it is a tough read for me because I have to take a lot into consideration when reading this book, but it will definitely help you explore yourself inside and out. So definitely implementing a book that is gonna help you with self-development, mindset, body, mind, everything. So I feel like picking one up and really reading 10 pages a day will take you a long way. So this is my book for my self-development as of now. I also have a long list of things that I will be reading, but this is my starter. The next thing, my book for leisure. Just started it, Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. I think that's how you say her name. Sorry if I butchered the name, but love her as an author, period. Love her. So I love reading a book for leisure too. So I have a lot of books in my collection as of right now, and I'm slowly but surely also growing my collection. I also have the Book of the Month app, which I think charges you like $16.99 a month for you to get a book of the month, and it will definitely have you open to different genres, different pieces that you probably would have never picked up. But I love her. She will always be my favorite leisure book. Okay, like I could read her all day every day. But pick up a book for leisure if you're into reading, of course. If not, I just suggest picking up a book for self-development and learning something about yourself. Another thing that I don't necessarily have the book for, but I have a digital book for, is also taking the time to learn a skill that's going to pay you off for the rest of your life. So dedicating an hour to learning a skill that is going to pay you to live, basically, is going to help you in the near future. Dedicate 1 hour for a whole year to a skill, you'll be a master in that skill. And depending on the skill, it could be a high paying skill too. It's all about what you really personally want to do and what is going to motivate you to keep going, even when you don't see results in as soon as you would want to. You know what I'm saying? So I won't say my skill as of yet. I'm going to keep that to myself. But there is something that I am dedicating myself 1 hour a day to learning so that I can be financially stable for the near future, for everything that I'm trying to implement in my life. So I'm going to be making sure that I take an hour a day to learn that skill, and make sure that it's secondhand nature when I do that skill. And as for YouTube, being consistent, because this is actually really, like, this is where I really want to be. I want to be an inspiration to people. I want to help out people for however much I can, be an inspiration in ways that I probably can't even see for myself. But that's my whole point with YouTube. Love doing it, love talking to you guys, and it's just a part of me. I've always wanted to do it, never implemented it. I wanted to do it since I was 13. If I had took the initiative to do it since I was 13, by the time I was my age now, which is 24, I would have been in a whole different place. But I always procrastinated, listened to other people, outsiders, and all this extra stuff, and always didn't put my best foot forward. So staying consistent and making sure I dedicate that hour a day to make sure I create content, edit my content, and make sure that I have things to show you guys. In a year, we'll see where I am. And if it's not for me, God will show me it's not for me. But in my heart, I know it is for me. So I'm going to make sure that I take an hour a day and make sure I implement into the skills that I feel like is going to pay me for the rest of my life. Boom. Last but not least, journaling. Now, if you are someone who does not like venting, or someone who holds a lot of pain, suffering, or anything that you go through inside, I feel like journaling is the biggest thing that you can really learn from for yourself. Because, you know, in 2022, I went through a lot. So journaling kind of saved me in a way, in more ways than I can ever explain. I'm not a big venter. I don't like telling people when something's wrong. I like to keep it to myself. I'm just not that type. Now, through the time, have I opened up slowly but surely? Yeah, but I haven't. It took a lot to get to where I am today. So I feel like journaling helped me throughout the way, if you know what I'm saying. So writing really took a good piece of me, all the pain and the suffering that I was going through silently. I put it on the pages of a journal. And this is not my first journal. This is literally probably like my third journal, because I've been journaling for so long. But I feel like journaling shows you your development. I haven't reread my journals, but if I was to if I was to reread my journals, I'm pretty sure I would see a whole different person. So the goal is to write every day. It doesn't have to be a whole page, but like if you feel like there's something really wrong, I suggest writing it. Then I suggest praying about it. And I feel like it'll all come together. But writing definitely is top tier. It helps you clear your mind. Everything that is a thought becomes physical on piece of paper all the time. And when you're writing to let go, not to keep it. So I like to write. And I feel like that's something that I wanted to share. So, and this is last but not least, but it's definitely not a last. This is always going to be a first in my life forevermore. I also need to read the Bible and get closer with God. Like, that's something, if you know me personally, or even if you know, 2022 was a hard year for me. And I never understood exactly why I was going through so much trials and tribulations. Like, it was a lot. But it drove me closer to my bigger goals, my bigger dreams, and it made it clear on what I needed to do in my life. So, number 1 of 2023 will be working on my relationship with God and being more spiritually intact. Learning how to love myself inside and out the way He does. And that's pretty much self-explanatory. You do as you want to, but this is something that I'm implementing in my 2023 because it's just something that I feel like makes me happier throughout my day. Like, ooh, it hits home when it comes to that, okay? Like, it really does. And I feel like in the new year, sit down, make a list of the things that you really want to change, the things that you're working on inside and out, and work from there. I hope you guys like that video. This is my first time actually really doing like a talk down of the things that I'm trying to implement for my 2023. I never really have a sit down when it comes to New Year's vision boards and stuff like that, but it feels good to come to you guys and, like, you know, talk a little bit about the things that I really want to implement for my future. But I hope you guys got some tips, and some inspiration for what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing. You know, any little thing that I could do to help one person, it's enough for me. It's enough. But I hope you guys like the video. Like, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're on our road to 1K, and I'm gonna see you guys when we get to 1K and furthermore. Y'all will see me. But that's pretty much it, and your girl is going to work now, so wish me luck. Wish me luck, okay? It's ghetto. This is why I need to be rich, because I'd rather work for me. You get what I'm saying? Working for the other people, it's not for me. But in God's timing, I will be. So, see you guys in my next video. Bye!